morning. Everybody is in morning. We have Billy Joe here in the afternoon. And welcome to our Zoom. Nice to see you all here. And of course, we're gonna start on a 5-day Slim Down Kickstart this coming Monday. So this Zoom is to get ready, get organized, getting to know the program for those who are new. And I know some people will wait for the replay for this because they're brand new on the program. There's quite a few. And so we're going to go through a little bit of the outline of how the program works. And we can hear from some of our participants also. My name is Marie-France Garon. I'm the co-creator of this program together with Heather Billing. Good morning, Heather. And so together we started on this program, because a lot of people were asking about different tips and how to reduce some weight. And we have started to put this program together in 2023. But we really started on the 8th of January, 2024. So it's already a year and a half. And we know that it works now, of course, because we've had some amazing results. But just in the first 5 days that we did, because we started on the 8th, it was a Monday morning, of course. And then with the first group that started on the Slim Down, we had 16 people, and in the 5 days, we lost 32 kilos, 75 pounds. And so we knew we have a winner. And so since then, our program really hasn't changed very much at all, pretty much has not changed because we know that it's working. We've updated our product that are supporting the program, and wow, it made such a big difference. Our products are amazing, and Heather will talk to us a little bit about that in a minute. But you have your booklet that's got all of the information now. There's 30 some pages of information. There's food list. There's a place here to take all your before and, follow on your measurements. There's so much. There's a little bit of information about the fasting because we do fasting as well. Heather will tell us about that also. But in this booklet, it's all of the information that you need on the program. The supplements are in there as well, and some tips, and everything is in there. Where do you find that booklet? But where you can ask us. You can contact the person that's introducing you to the program. They will help you. It's inside our Facebook group because we do have a separate Facebook group for Slim Down Beyond where we all come together and support each other. It's a small group because only participants are invited into that group. So if you are looking at this for the first time, make sure you're invited to the group, to the Facebook group, because that's where the booklet is as well. But so much more. There's some videos, there's testimonials, there's so much in there that you can refer to. And that's what makes this program work. It's this community that we have and that support that we have between all our participants. And that's what makes it successful because we are in it together. And we really support each other in the Facebook group. And that makes it so much more successful than trying to do it all on your own. Because we've all done that, I'm sure. Because we've all tried to, Monday I will start, on my diet. And then come Wednesday, there's an opportunity. And since nobody knows that you've started, then it's easy to fall off and say, oh, I'll start again next Monday. It's easy. But here, this Monday, the 28th of July, we will all start together on a 5 days. It's called 5 day kickstart. Yeah. So it's like a reset, a gut reset, really. And then people have been dropping like 2 kilos, 2.5 kilos, 5 pounds, 5 days. That's what we say. And like we've had quite a lot achieving that in 5 days. So it's a kickstart for what's going to follow after, because you will see that we don't stop after 5 days, of course. We continue on. We have everything in place to support you on your journey. I see some people here that have been with us on this program from January 2024 and still here and continuing on. And it's just amazing to see. We've had some amazing results and people dropping like 10 and 15 and 20 and 25 kilos. Okay, I'm going to talk in kilos, 50 pounds, 55 pounds, 60 pounds. We've seen that. So it's pretty amazing. We know this program works and we can't wait to start with all of you again this coming Monday. Heather, I'll turn it over to you. Can you give us a little bit of the outline, talk about the fasting a little bit and the product that we use in this program?
Yes, thank you, Marie-France. So again, welcome everyone to another 5 day kickstart. It is really great to be able to have this as a reset. I feel like, as you were saying, Marie-France, for us, this is what we do. This is how we do life with the fasting in particular. And so for us, it's always good even to do a reset as well. So but for those who are brand new and you're just looking at this, this is your first time, as Marie-France mentioned, the booklet is the thing to to have with you almost at all times, or have it on your phone so you can refer to it. But today we want to just make sure that you're prepared and you have all the information and everything you need to have a successful 5 days. So in saying that, you need to look at the food list and look at what foods that you're allowed to eat, and make sure you've got those in your fridge, in your pantry, etc. Because it's when you're prepared and have some idea of the food you're going to eat, it just helps you to stay on track. Whereas if you're get to Monday and then you're like, oh, what was I supposed to eat? And then you look in the fridge and it's going to be a disaster. So we want you to be prepared so that you have the best 5 days that you can. So really look at the list and make sure you've got those things in there to eat. And you have sort of an idea that when you are breaking your fast, you know what you're eating, even for that very first meal, shall we say. So that's great just to have your head around. The other thing, of course, we want to make sure you have your supplements, because they are really important to the program. And the ones that we've selected are, the most important. However, you might be taking other things as well, and that's fine as well. But we'll talk about the three that are actually part of the program. So we have the pre and probiotic. So we actually suggest that when you're finished your fasting and you're coming into that eating time, that's the first product that you actually introduce, whether you have it in a shake, or whether you add it with some other things, or you just have it in some water. However you would take the pre and probiotic, that's a great way to actually break the fast, because what's happening when we're fasting is that the microbiome are having a chance to, breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, there's no food. So, they start repairing, they start, getting rid of rubbish that's down there. So by introducing the first thing as the pre and probiotic, we're giving support immediately to that microbiome. which is so important for so many things, but in particular important for weight loss. And so we're giving it some good food to start with. One thing I will just mention, I've said this before on the call, so I just, as we learn things, I just want to share it. I was actually suggesting before that, with that pre and probiotic, you could put your Spectramax in with it, but I've actually found out that that's probably not the best idea. So I just was speaking with some chiropractors in our team that know a lot about nutrition, and their advice was that you should actually take your liquids, whether it's the Triangle or just the Spectramax, by themselves, not actually add them to a shake because of the way the body actually absorbs the nutrients out of them. So you would, potentially you could start with your pre and probiotic in a shake or however you have it, and then wait 20 minutes and then actually have your Spectramax and your other liquids, was the suggested way of having it, or vice versa. I mean, you could have it first and then have your pre and probiotic after that. But I think starting with the pre and probiotic and then just waiting a bit to have your Spectramax is a good idea. Obviously, we know that it depends on your lifestyle and where you're at and whether you can, juggle all of that. It's great if we're at home, but if you're not at home, then just do it how it works best for you. But I just thought that was good advice. So I've actually stopped doing that. Yeah, so then obviously once you've got through that little period, you can have something else, something to eat, and then you're in your 8 hours of your eating window. And we want to encourage you to eat in that time. We're not looking at calories and we're not looking at low fat. We're wanting you to actually really eat from the food list in that time so that you make sure you're getting plenty of the good fats like your avocados, your olive oil, butter, like those really, really good fats, which are great for you. They keep you fuller for longer. Make sure you're having plenty of protein. And then, looking at your vegetables, whether it's a salad or whether it's, your veggies, however you're having them. So make sure you're eating in that time, because it really will make a difference. It's not a program where that you're hungry for 5 days if you're doing it right, okay? So yeah, that now also just to talk a little bit about the fasting, because if you are brand new and you've never done any fasting before, you think of going 16 hours without food and you're like, I mean, I remember when I first heard the concept, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to feel faint, I'm going to get a headache, I'm going to be, because I'm so used to my routine of getting up and having breakfast, that I didn't even realize it was just a habit. I wasn't even hungry. I was having breakfast because I thought that I should have it. So that is, again, a lot of this is about our mindset and the way we have been doing life without sort of any real thought to it. So if you, we encourage you obviously to do the 16 hours, but if it's a struggle for you, do as much as you can. Anything over the 12 is considered a fast, 12 hours. And, so we're going to start obviously on Sunday night, really, because that's, when we finish eating or drinking, whatever, water or herbal teas or any of those kind of things are fine. But that last food, or, even for people that, let's say you're having a glass of wine on Sunday night, that would be counted as food. You're starting to count from the last time that you ate on the Sunday night for your 16 hours. Okay. If you're doing it that way, I know, Carrie, you have a different schedule that you work towards, which is absolutely fine. So if you've finished eating earlier on the Sunday, that's when your 16 hours actually starts. What else, Marie-France?
Digestive enzyme.
The digestive enzymes, exactly. So the digestive enzymes, we suggest that you have potentially with your largest meal of the day. So if that's for a lot of people, that's your dinner. And you can have it, like 20 minutes or so in water before you eat. One of the ways that I've been really enjoying it is putting it in some Greek yogurt and having it after I eat as a dessert, which is yummy as well. And you can switch it up, and I'm sure other people might have some ideas of how they have it as well, but that's actually just going to help us absorb the nutrients out of the food we're eating, help with digestion, and there's some amazing ingredients in that product. It's doing way more than just helping with digestion. It's helping with detoxification, and yeah, it's a really great supportive product for the whole digestive system. So that's about it, I think. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. That's another big one, especially here when it's winter. It's difficult to get the water in. You had a great suggestion, Marie France, when with having hot water or having, more of the herbal teas
Yeah.
to actually keep you warm, but you're getting your water in. The great thing about most of the Sisel products is that they have to be mixed in water, so that helps us drink more water as well. So just be mindful of that, because that's helping flush things through the system, and it can actually affect the weight that you reduce as well. If you're not drinking enough water, your body tends to hold on to things more as well. So just kind of keep that in mind, that even though it's cold and we may not be, feeling like drinking, try and keep as much of your water up as possible.
And rug up and go out and go for your walk as well. We recommend 10,000 steps a day. And, like if you can put those in regularly, even if you make it to 7,000, 7.5, that's already really amazing. But it has to be regular, and it does make a big difference. If you do light exercise, it's amazing. Keep that up. But at least a walk, it be really helpful on your program. Now, cheers to you all that are still on your fasting window. She's got it. What are we drinking? No, it's not orange juice. Fire and ice, my best friend for the afternoon. It's just so delish. And why I'm talking about this also is that I remember with Carrie here. Carrie, when she started on the first time that we did the with the 16 people. She thought she had to give away all of her other supplements and only take those that we suggested. So here we suggest we take pre and probiotic, we take Spectramax and digestive enzyme. These are the three products that we recommend that you absolutely use on this program to get the best results. However, wow, at Sisel, we have so many amazing, amazing products that will also support the weight loss. And they are all permitted to be used through this program during your eating window. So during the fasting window, we suggest that you stick to the water and herbal tea, things like that. But when you're in your eating window, you can take all of your other products that will support. And one of them is this amazing product, Fire and Ice, because it's a thermogenics. So it will support your weight loss. And at the same time, it's just so delish. It's like lolly water and it's so nice. But also for you that are in the winter season, I've tried it with hot water and it's just as delish as well. So maybe you want to try that. So, hey, we want to hear from you, of course. We'll hear from you, Carrie, please.
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm in my glad rags because I'm going dancing, and
You're looking amazing.
this is fitted. I never used to wear these sorts of things. So this is part of my new wardrobe. So when you start this program, you're probably thinking, like I was, oh, I've just got to do something. I've got to change my brain fog. I've got to change my energy. I know I've got to do something with my gut. But maybe just look at me today in this jacket and think to yourself, in 18 months' time, where could you be? And what are you going to do to treat yourself? So this is one of my outfits, one of the top bits of my outfits that is part of a whole wardrobe makeover. So that's how I've treated myself. It's been amazing. But I just want to go through these first 5 days. Can I suggest you have a book? And can I also suggest that you be very brave and you take photos and you take measurements? I didn't take enough photos. I thought I'd have enough photos. Take those photos. You might hate how you look, but then you've got something to compare with because it changes. You know, my face changed in that first 5 days. Well, it's not quite the first 5 days, the first few months. And I lost 2 centimeters around my neck. It's incredible for reducing inflammation. So I just want to go through, you know, so I have in my physio clinic a big ruler like this, okay, because that's where I am today. And in my first 5 days, I lost 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters, which is that much, off my waist. And now I've lost 12 centimeters off my waist. 12 centimeters is this much. You know, this is what you don't realize in the beginning. Yes, this is weight loss, but it's weight loss, it's changing your health, changing your gut microbiome, change your inflammation, change your health, change your brain fog. I mean, my story has been incredible, and I'm so grateful for this. So any of you starting, think, righto, I'm going to do this 5 days, and then you might want to have a break, but when we do the next kickstart, join us for the next kickstart. If you want to carry on and your weekends just have a bit of a, you know, maybe not such a strict sort of regime, well, then that's fine. But then ask the person who's supporting you if you can do it again. I've done that with some of my friends. Okay, so it's a fabulous, fabulous program. What I just want to say, pre and probiotics. So I finally got my pre and probiotics, the first lot, and I've been taking that every day for the last probably 15 days. Can I just tell you, in terms of bowel elimination, incredible, incredible. So for those of you, you know, Heather talked about the water and changing our gut microbiome, massive. But you've still got to be able to eliminate all these waste products from your body. And the thing is, if you don't have enough water, our body holds on to that. Then we have all the stuff in our bowel that's impacted. And, you know, in my last kickstart, some of you won't know this, but some of you will, is that I had a really emotional time. And it was such a good lesson for me that we also have to be calm. And when you're hit up or emotional or sad or you're angry, or that affects everything in our system because it affects our vagus nerve, and our vagus nerve is what links our gut to the brain. Okay, I mean that's been my big story. But what I've also now learned, and I've been really working on in this last month, is really try and concentrate on, and so if I can be a bit gross here, you know, our bowel movements need to be a total of about 30 centimeters in a day, okay? So it's like a sausage of about 10 centimeters. So this is clinically, okay? That's a lot. And the thing is, when we're impacted in our bowel, that is also going to carry weight. And your body is then still, like your liver is the thing that's trying to detox you. You're still trying to detox your system. We've got to get that stuff out of our bowel. Okay, so start looking at your bowel motion. You might not want to do that, but I can tell you now, in the rest homes that I have worked in, there's a chart for how we measure people's bowel motions. Because if they are passing, a decent sized sausage 3 times a day, well, that's normal. That's normal. We should all be doing that. So if your bowel is like what we call, like in South Africa, boktrolletjies, which is like sheep pellets. They come in tiny little bits. Boktrolletjies, we call them in South Africa. You're not drinking enough water. You need to be drinking water. So you can, and if your bowel motion is floating to the top of the water in the cistern in the toilet, you are eating too much sugar and too many carbohydrates. So you can look at this and think, okay, what is my body telling me? Because yes, this is a weight loss program, but it's also about changing your health for the long term. For me, it's about being well for my kids and my family. I couldn't do that with brain fog. So in the beginning, I didn't try and think about the weight loss thing. I mean, in the first 5 days, I lost 2 and a bit kgs. So I knew it was going to work. But I also lost those 2 centimeters around my neck, so I knew that was going to work. Well, when you're losing inflammation, your joints will thank you. Everything will thank you. Your gut will stop bloating. Your brain will feel better. So for those of you starting, be brave. Be brave, make a commitment. This is your first kickstart, but this doesn't stop here. Make that choice for you and for whoever it is in your family that you're doing this for. And just keep reminding yourself of that, because you might get to Thursday in this kickstart and hit a block. Well, that's where you need to get on our messenger book and messenger group, and you say, I am hitting a roadblock here. What can I do? And that's when we'll all come in and support you. Okay. Because I hit a roadblock on the Thursday in that first week because I was down at Mum and Dad's. And Mum didn't have the foods that I needed. Oh my gosh, everything was sugar and carbohydrates. It was a nightmare. So I ate carrots. She did have some lettuce. You're not supposed to eat carrots, but it's like, you do have to educate some other people around you too. I've had to educate my kids, and the thing is, my kids are watching me do this, and they know I'm doing this, and they've seen the difference in me, and they've seen the difference in my energy. They might not be doing it right now, but I can already see with my kids, they are now cooking their own meals. They are thinking about what they're eating for breakfast. They are actually thinking about reducing sugars. I do not have anything in the treat cupboard anymore. Because what do people do? They come in and they snack, and then what do? The first thing they do is they open the treat cupboard. If there's stuff in their treat cupboard, they will eat it. So my kids now know in the fridge, I've got all these meals already there. All they have to do is put them on a plate, heat them up. Because that's a much healthier option. So I just keep cooking. And I've now got used to cooking because Heather said, I do have a different fasting period than some people because of my Pilates that I teach in the evening. So I finish eating at 2:33, depending on when I started in the morning, 6:37. I finish at 3. But I still cook for my family. I don't taste what I cook. That was one of the things that I had to get over. I don't taste that. Now I can cook a whole meal and I don't need it. I've got my water. And can I just suggest the Sisel Cafe? The instant Sisel Cafe? I tell you, you can have that black in the afternoon. Like Marie France is having her fire and ice. That Sisel Cafe is delicious. And if you have it black, you can have it in your fasting winter. Okay, good luck, everyone.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Carrie. Always some amazing information to share. It was extra special today talking about the bowel, but this is something that we need to talk about because really it is just that important. So thank you for bringing that up. And I believe we have the exact product that will really support that, because our pre and probiotic have also fiber in it. So it's all included, and so it's the first thing that you have, as Heather suggested. So it is just so perfect. It will really help you with eliminating when you drink the water as well. You mentioned it, Heather said it, we're saying it, drink the water. I think this counts too for water. I make it in a much bigger container, a big container. So I drink that all afternoon and it's beautiful, very pleasant. And so it's lovely. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Carrie. Anyone wants to share something today on the Zoom, maybe for that new person that's going to listen to our Zoom replay and would like to hear a lot more? Yeah, Billy Joe is opening her camera. You want to say something, Billy Joe?
Yeah, I'll say a little something.
Okay.
I started 3 months ago with this program with the hopes of first fixing my gut health, and also fixing my metabolism because I had tried several other company products, and I wasn't losing any weight. I've been trying to do this for over 3 years. Hitting in my 60s, my mid 60s, it seemed like no matter what I did, that scale would go up. And I knew it was my metabolism, but I also knew I was struggling with gut health. Well, after being on this program for 3 months, I have been able to drop more weight than I've done with any other program. Now, it's not going to sound like a lot to you. It's been 9 pounds, but for me, that's great because I wanted to get back into my clothes. I couldn't fit into any of my pants. My shirts were tight. I was creating this little belly that I did not want. It wasn't little, actually. This program really works. It's just amazing. And everything that Carrie has said, it's ditto to me. Like it's exactly so right on. So anyway, I love this program and I'm sticking with it. I love the 5 day, but I have carried it through for, like I said, the last 3 months. And I started out with 11 to 7 kind of schedule. I found that I needed to change that for my lifestyle. And so it went from 10 a.m. to a 6 p.m. And that has worked out really, really well. So.
And
Yes. And actually,
cheers.
I'm not drinking.
Oh, you have that. Yeah. Billy Joe is here in the
This is my
States
day.
before dinner.
I
But
just finished eating, so I have to finish that up.
just finished your dinner. Okay.
Yeah, so this is my digestive enzyme. Not quite finished, almost.
Okay. You really like the fire and ice. You think it made a big
I
difference?
do. Actually, when I started, the gut health was on back order. And when I came in, I bought the wealth pack. So I was able to get the fire on ice, and I didn't really think too much about it, but started drinking it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, things are changing. Like, I love to get on the scale every day just so I know mentally if I did a good or if I need to correct what I did the day before. That helps me out. I know a lot of people say don't get on the scale, but for me, I needed to. And I realized that that fire and ice was helping my metabolism. And so when I got the gut health pack, it just helped everything to work. And so I tried some of my pants on that I had put away for the last 3 years, and I could not believe I could get into them. So my body composition has changed, but I work out like 4 or 5 times a day, or a week, I mean, not day. So yeah. And I did myself a favor. I went to the gym. So I lift few weights. I I walk 30 to 40 minutes. I try to get 2 to 3 miles in. And that has really helped a lot. I'm not an exercise person, but I felt I really had to do this for myself, and it made a big difference. So,
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Billy Joe, for sharing
yeah,
in the
well,
Zoom today. Really appreciate. Hey, I know some of us have another Zoom happening soon, but I had Karen also that had something special to share today. Is that right?
I certainly do. Oh my goodness. So I was chatting with Marie-France, but first I just wanted to tap into what Billy Joe said about the scales. We have to make sure that we create a relationship with our scales. They are our friend. They are our tool. So instead of getting scared in the morning to hop on the scales, think of it as a way of just confirming what you have or maybe have not done the day before or the day before that. So, yeah, just trying to have the scales as your friend is very important to start with. I actually get quite excited when I am on the 5-day challenge and I get to hop on the scales every morning because it's just letting me know, it's giving me feedback about what I'm doing. So, but today I specifically wanted to talk about some extra little add-on products that I had tried because I did hop on the scales earlier this week, and my friend the scales told me, oops, Karen, you've been having too much bread. Oops, Karen, you've been having too much rice. I was actually a couple of kilos more than what I wanted to be. And and we had some wonderful training from Tom Mauer Jr. And he was talking about these two products, and I had them in the cupboard. I thought, I'm going to give these a go. And they are Sisel Thin and also the Trimogenic. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to share about those just briefly. Look, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health expert. I'm just Karen, who has done a little bit of research and always up for some training. But with the Sisel Thin, so this is the first one. Now, both of these products, they do boost that thermogenesis in your body. So, and but they work together. And so what the Sizzle Thin does, this one, so whilst they are both supporting your weight goals, this one is more about the regeneration of cells. This one's more about helping the digestion. So that's how this one is helpful. And then I have the Trimogenic, and this is the one, I mean, they're both helping with stress levels as well. They're both helping with the inflammation. But I found that this one is a game changer as well because this one is the fat burner. This is the one. Now, the word trim, that might be familiar to some of us. And so this one does magic as well. But two together, oh my goodness, game changer. So within 2 days, I had dropped a kilo taking these. Now, we do want to be mindful because I do believe that Trimogenic can, in some instances, keep you awake if you do take them with a dinner meal. And where we are, it's quite warm. So I haven't been able to quite test that because am I waking up because it's warm temperature or am I waking up because of this one? So I'm going to continue doing that because I do a lunch and a dinner. So I'm going to continue. A bit of an experiment for me just to see how my body copes with those. but everybody is different. So I don't drink coffee, so my caffeine levels are probably not so high as many that do have coffee throughout the day. So maybe that's why that doesn't affect me so much. But yeah, look, if you're looking for some add-ons, we've talked about the 3 products, the pre and probiotic, game changer, having those 2 together in the one product. I had my gallbladder out January last year, just after we launched the SlimDown. And so since then, yeah, look, the gut has been quite sensitive. So I found that the pre and probiotic has just helped me with those bowel movements. We've been talking about bowel movements today. So I thought, well, I'm going to throw that one in. And so thank you, Carrie, for that, for starting that conversation. But yeah, so the pre and probiotic, amazing. And then a little bit later, having that Spectrum Max, just to make sure you're getting all of that, those antioxidants, the fruit and the veg, and then having your digestive enzymes with your main meal, whether that's a lunch or a dinner. And but if you're looking for some add-ons, yeah, why not give these a go? These are great. I'm loving them, and they're really making a difference. So I'm always up for a chat. So if anybody's got any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, go back to the person who invited you here, and yeah, go forth and conquer those weight goals.
Yay. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we've had so much great information. What we want you to do is to participate inside our Facebook group. Share your photo with your Sisel product so people see that you're committed and that this is what you're doing. So we'd love to see that, but share your measurement, your scales, your meals, whatever it is, because we're having a little competition during the 5 days. So we're doing a winner at the end of the 5 days for the best participant inside the Facebook group. So all you have to do is post with your products, post your before and after photo, and your meals, everything that's happening. And also we're gonna see who is the best supporter of everyone else too when they post. So that's what we're looking at. Who's posting, who's supporting. So you might be the winner for this time. That would be great. And it's going to be my book, Your Food, Your Medicine. We have some winners here that have had that book already. And it's got all your little home remedies and all the goodness that you already have in your pantry. It tells you how good is your avocado or even your basil, your herbs. We talk about certain fruits, and, like there's 100 or more different item in there, plus some little recipes. So it's there for the taking for the best participant for the next 5 days. So, hey, thank you so much, everyone. One wanted to add something here today before we say goodbye? Okay, next time. All right, that's good. All right, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing, to Carrie, to Karen, and Heather, of course, as always. Thank you so much. And thank you for spending this time with us. We have people, was 6 a.m. in the morning. Well done. Peter and Warren and Sandy, 6 a.m. in the morning. That's a commitment. It's just lovely to see you here with us. Thank you so much. So thank you, and thanks for sharing, everyone. Billy Joe, everybody, thank you. Goodbye, Steve.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Heather. Bye.